There is a popular saying, a famous adage: every day for the thief, one day for the owner of the house. This seems to be a perfect representation of HUSHPUPPI's story with the Interpol. HUSHPUPPI, popularly known as HUSHPUPPI, but his name is Ramoni. He was arrested recently in the United Arab Emirates, in Dubai to be precise, where he resides. HUSHPUPPI, a friend of M1STAK. M1STAK is involved in Bureau de Change, and with this, they said he's involved in some other illegal activities. He was arrested in Lagos, Nigeria, and one other Arab was also arrested in Nigeria with some fetish material. They are all involved in money laundering and some other illegal activities. Now, HUSHPUPPI and M1STAK, they had some issues amongst themselves. They tried to ridicule themselves, and at the end of the day, they weren't in talking terms. That being said, HUSHPUPPI has been arrested. Probably never thought that a day like this is going to come. Aside HUSHPUPPI, another young man, well packaged, called Invictus Obi, was also arrested sometimes last year. And, he was arrested in the United States of America. This is a well packaged man that even Forbes Africa listed him as one of the young influential people in Africa. And, a lot of things here and there. They said he was involved in some email compromise and they made millions of dollars. I mean, these guys, they are extremely rich from the proceeds of whatever they do. Now, HUSHPUPPI, they say innocent, until proven guilty. Anyone can be arrested for whatever it is, probably to interrogate the person, and you get your lawyer and you address your issue. Anyone can be roped into anything. You can even be legal and legit, and probably because you're associated with some people doing some businesses, they could track you too. So we're not going to say this is what he did, but then he calls himself that he's involved in properties, and he calls himself social media influencer. Now, the arrest of HUSHPUPPI by Interpol has become a national news. I'm not going to say global anyway. In the past few days, HUSHPUPPI has been trending on various social media platforms. HUSHPUPPI lived a life that some might say enviable lifestyle on social media, flaunting the latest cars, buying Gucci, Versace, Balenciaga, and every other designer you could think of. He spends a lot of money doing this, what they call the pepe them. And when some people tried to berate him, he talked about his poverty, how his elder sister died, because there wasn't any money. And he talked about the corrupt politicians we have in Nigeria. And he said his own father, if you talk about wealth, should be the richest man because he worked hard and he made sure that he kept the rules. But people like Obasanjo, Atiku, Abubakar, many others, Babangida, many other ones that he called, he said these people, they are experts in criminal activities, yet they are working free without anybody, kind of trying to put them in jail. That why should anyone look at him and tell him that he is a criminal or he should be investigated? That is when one of the activists in Nigeria said they should investigate him. Then also, something else happened also. Probably would have been there low-key running his show. That doesn't mean that if he's involved in something, of course, the owners of the thing that is taking off from them will definitely one day cry out and try to find out who is doing this to them. He also had some issues with some of the Nigerian singers, such as Fino and some other ones. So they did a song, Timaya Fino and Olamide did a song. It was like a prophecy. The song was titled Tell Person. They know they tell person that when everything will come down crashing on you, they know they tell person. They say, oh, you are flaunting designer, wearing this, Gucci, that. You're doing all of this. One day, you will realize. They claim that he wasn't investing in anything that they can point fingers to. Rather, he invest money on shoes, invest money on items that, at the end of the day, they do not have second-hand value. When I say second-hand value, I mean they do not grow over time. You cannot buy a pair of jeans for, let's say, $10,000, and you think in the next 5 years that your $10,000 pair of jeans that you have flaunted around is going to worth anything, even automobiles. Apart from classical automobiles, they don't worth nothing. You see, at the end of the day, So, you know, they said a lot of things. Probably he took advice from this and he took a cue from this. I wouldn't know. Invested in properties, invested in things, solid asset things for the future in case anything happens to you. Now I'm saying I don't know what he does. So I'm not saying, oh, steal and buy properties from the proceeds of crime. That's not what I'm saying. So it was more or less more about showing of these properties, these material things that he has, like shoes and stuff like that. He does all of these things. So he lived a life that a lot of people call enviable lifestyle on social media, flaunting the latest cars, Gucci, and all of this. So many youths might have got depressed because they wish they could enjoy the luxury that HUSHPUPPI was seen enjoying. And he knows how to go online and pepper them, say things to people in a certain way. And some of them felt that, well, we are also going to get to this point. HUSHPUPPI and many internet, as they claim that he is, and many internet fraudsters have been on the radar of the FBI, Interpol, for a while now. It might be that very soon more will be arrested and prosecuted. Now, some people linked this arrest, I wouldn't know, to the people that were arrested in the United States of America, Americans, British, and people from Nigeria too, all over the place, Ghanaians, a lot of them were arrested. They said some of them might have connected the dots together for the FBI, and with this, they were able to track. But having said that, some said that it only takes one mistake for you to be caught sometimes. Just like HUSHPUPPI got nailed by one of the most intelligent law enforcement agency in the world. FBI was planning HUSHPUPPI arrest, they said, for a very long time ago. They were patiently waiting for concrete evidence, and just a minor mistake sold HUSHPUPPI and his friends out. Now let's look at it. It's not a crime if you have, if you are a boxer, if you are, artist or something, and you flaunt designers. That is, if you wish to, because I think you need to be paid. If you're a boxer, let's say Mike Tyson, you need to pay him to wear your Gucci. He's not going to wear Gucci because Gucci is expensive or popular. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do any of this. You have to pay them. Look at the boxer. He doesn't put on any designer. He doesn't put on any designer. So if you look at all of these things, so you will never see Anthony Joshua with all the money that he has, much more money than even HUSHPUPPI. You will never see him put on any designer wear. But I don't know if Gucci, Balenciaga, and every of those designer that HUSHPUPPI puts on, I don't know if they pay him. After a while, probably started paying him, or there are some exclusive that they give to him for promoting their product. I wouldn't know of that if he's a businessman in that manner. But people see, probably he has properties too. I wouldn't know, and that is exactly what he focuses on. But HUSHPUPPI is said to have posted online a screenshot of 300,000 naira credit alert on his GTB bank account with a strange email address, which was registered to the name jwoodscrane@yahoo.com. jwoodscrane@yahoo.com. This was where they said he made mistake in 2007. And immediately the social engineers that work with the FBI started tracing these email addresses using virtual email registry, anonymous identity checker, and mapping to find out who the owner was. This findings further revealed that his email was connected directly to a Facebook account, Jane Woodscrane, and the email address was precisely the same email under investigation by the FBI used for internet fraud. You see, that's just a problem now. You see, probably it gets to a time in their life they become very loose, or they are not careful no more. It is difficult. You cannot continue, you see, to continually be careful. I don't know. He's transferring money using an email attached to a working account, working email. You see how he goofed. So that's what life is about, because you cannot continue to keep and cover. It will be exposed. As it stands, the FBI is going all out to arrest internet fraudsters, and daily they are monitoring many of these high-profile, Instagram celebrities. I think with this, many of them will never ever in their life flaunt themselves on Instagram no more. If you look at HUSHPUPPI's friends and the people that are on his follower, they have reduced. They have reduced. They have all reduced. All of them have deleted their pictures. They are no longer flaunting that exotic automobile. They are no longer doing that anymore. That's just it. So the FBI, the CIA, the Interpol, or whoever is this agency, coupled with all other agencies that are concerned, they go online, they look at how these young men are flaunting wealth. And you, come on, it's the most stupid thing anyone can do. That's just it. It's the most stupid thing anyone can do. You bring in this very expensive automobile, very, very expensive. And people are wondering, how can this guy have acquired this? If you were a politician, it's okay, he's a thief in this country and it is legal for him there. One, if you are probably your ancestors or your family, if they were extremely rich, or you're from a monarchy or something, they would have said, okay, we can trace this to this. If you are a person that somehow you first involve yourself in some business, they know that this guy had 3 taxes. From 3 taxes, he got to get this business, and they can see the gradual growth of your business. That on one side. But all of a sudden, you just arrive from somewhere. Boom. And that's it. There are a lot of top business guys in Nigeria that some people might be praising right now. Some of them have kind of found a way to put themselves in businesses. I don't know what they do behind. But with this that happened to Invictus, with this that happened to HUSHPUPPI, HUSHPUPPI own is clear. Invictor, one day, he did something too, that made them track him also, aside some other dealings. Invictus Obi, he did a champagne shower. And the way he puts himself like a businessman, educated and all of that. And businessmen, educated men do not do champagne shower, pouring champagne on yourself like a Yahoo boy. So that's what many of them, one way or the other, they give themselves out by the kind of things they post out there or things they get themselves engaged in. So that's one of the reasons they said HUSHPUPPI was being trailed. And it never stopped. When Monfa was picked, it did not stop. Probably he felt too comfortable with himself, like, okay, I'm in the United Arab Emirates, I'm amongst rich people, so they will not look into me. But he does not know that that's not how it is. And he will say, after all, those Arabs, they post pictures of themselves on Instagram. But then he doesn't know that FBI and the rest of them can track these Arab boys that are doing this. They can track it to oil money. So he didn't do his homework well. And like I said, every day for the thief, one day for the owner. That's just what life is all about. Well, he will go to court. They will try them out and see if he's involved, and many of them, if they're involved or not. I am not here to pass judgment.